Intro art provided by Jeremiah Gardner.
Yeah, something like that. Right?
Yeah. You know, Gracie at work, she was like, you know, I listen.
Gracie, I love Gracie.
She was like, you know, I listen to your podcast, and I was like, really?
Oh
she was
my
like,
God, I'm so embarrassed by things I've said.
Yeah. She was like, yeah, you know,
I've
honestly,
never cared so much what a 15-year-old thought about me before.
She's 18 now. She's not.
I was joking. I don't know.
He said, I don't keep track of her age.
I don't really give a
We're
fuck.
YouTubers. We can't even.
We're YouTubers. We can't talk about keeping track of women's ages. It sounds weird.
But she was like, y'all definitely.
She's really 18 now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've known her since
she
was like
graduated
13.
last year. Yeah,
that's crazy.
And she's like she's very good at her job. It's crazy how she can be like so mature about the job itself, and then turn around and be like, "I'm about to go pop my pussy in the city tonight," and I'm like, "Girl, shut up, fucking stop, fuck,
Gracie,
Gracie,
oh my God,
stop." But yeah,
this is all getting left in.
That's so funny.
That's so funny. But she watches the podcast.
She does watch the podcast. Yeah, she says she listens to it when she studies.
Next time you see her, tell her I said thank you so much.
Hell yeah, I will. Yeah, dude, she's a fan. She's a fan. She'll be like, she actually the other day I was sitting there. I guess I was like brooding or whatever, and she was like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "The episode is nice this week." I was like, "Yeah."
When was that?
This was like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, a couple weeks ago. Okay.
Actually, no, I think it might have been. Oh, I don't know. It was a couple weeks ago for sure. She was like, y'all did. I like those episodes y'all put out.
I like those episodes you put. Oh, thanks, Gracie.
Me up. I'm like sitting on a bucket.
Thank you, Gracie,
pouting.
if you're watching this.
Thank you,
I love
Gracie.
you.
Okay.
This is the Christmas present that Bailey got me.
Hold on, we're gonna do the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right.
So what are we're gonna do. Welcome back to the Riff podcast.
Okay. Do you want to give? I mean, it's also coming. It's not gonna be the day of Christmas, but you want to say Merry Christmas because it's the week. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Welcome back to the Riff podcast. Happy Hanukkah. That's so funny.
Oh yeah.
We're just like decked out in Christmas gear.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Would it be racist if I had a dreidel?
No, that would be super funny though. Next year.
Next year, we're gonna get some candles. We're gonna get a dreidel. Yeah. It's gonna be fucking great.
Yeah, we're gonna have the whole thing. We're gonna have both of them mixed together.
Yeah.
A multicultural.
Oh my God, that's such a good idea.
1, 2.
Next year we're gonna have 200 followers.
Be like 1, 2, 3. Happy holidays in the Riff Ranch podcast.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
or like what? Good. Seasons
greetings from the Riff Ranch podcast. Yeah, I had Daniel cracking. I'm sorry, I know I'm interrupting the intro right now, but I had Daniel cracking up the other night because I like threw him to my side of the bed, and I was like, "Are you ready to go to bed? It's Thursday night bedtime with Daddy." And like the voice I was doing just had him cracked up for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's very nice. That's those like Hallmark thing.
Yeah.
You gotta start.
Yeah, that's like those memories that I'm gonna cherish for the rest of my life.
You're gonna be like, "Hey, brother," you're gonna do it when he's older, and he's gonna be like, "Dad, get out of my fucking room. Quit trying to blow raspberries
He
on my
doesn't
belly."
understand why I'm pretending to be on cocaine.
I'm 25. Quit blowing raspberries on my belly.
That's so funny. Okay.
That's so funny.
1, 2, 3. Seasons greetings from the Riff Ranch podcast.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Seasons greetings from the Riff Ranch podcast.
Hey,
Like and
happy
subscribe.
Hanukkah! Like and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Hit the notification bell.
What are we doing?
Every Wednesday, every other Wednesday.
Oh, I'm reading story every other Wednesday.
Every other Wednesday sometimes.
We
have a
usually do
different
Dragon
setup
Ball
this week.
episodes. They come out every week-ish.
They come out whenever we do those.
Yeah. And we do specials every now and then.
Yeah, specials. And then also there's other things coming up soon. We got a lot of things coming up. If you love Star Wars, we love Star Wars. We do Star Wars things.
I love it when we just like manically talk.
Just like shouting at them.
Yeah, just like
shouting at them.
we
Also Hanukkah. Anyway, so our
I know this guy. Listen, hear me out. I know the guy. His name is Chuck Manny.
Chuck Manny, and Donnie T, and Elon Musk.
Don't ask me how, but he has military grade LSD. He said he'd kill me if he tells me.
he said he'd show me how to make it, but he had to kill me.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I'm still tripping right now.
I'm still tripping right now.
I've died 4 times.
my god.
So you said disturbing.
So yeah, we're
Christmas.
gonna stay on brand with the Christmas theme, but I'm gonna do disturbing stories from the internet again, like what we did for Halloween.
No, you say on brand. I think us manically yelling at the camera is very on brand. For us.
It's
That's
very
much
on brand for Riff Ranch.
Comment down below if you think it's on brand.
I meant on brand for like as far as Christmas. It's gonna be Christmas themed, but it's more disturbing stories from the internet. I'm really excited to talk about this one. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna do like the true false things.
I was gonna do that, but like I was literally like right before I came here, I was like putting my son to bed and like listening. I was listening to fucking stories as I'm putting my son to bed. So I only have 2 of them really. I mean, we can play like the true or fake, but it's like a flip of a coin. Yeah, it's like a flip of a coin. I couldn't find enough of them for it to fucking matter. I feel like.
Yeah, true that.
But yeah, I just thought this is super fun. We can kind of keep it on brand, keep it a little bit lighthearted, and talk about some disturbing shit.
Hearted, dude.
It's on brand for the Riff Ranch.
Christmas. Christmas is about having heart. Oh, sorry.
It's on brand for the Riff Ranch podcast to talk about disturbing shit from the internet, but it's also on brand because it's Christmas.
Yes. See, my favorite part about Christmas is the disturbing shit.
The disturbing shit is my favorite part.
Yeah. Like I like seeing your great uncle's nuts when he drinks too much eggnog and he's pissing outside, smoking a cigarette. You go outside and your great uncle's trying to put a Marlboro Light out on his ball sack, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
That seems very specific.
No, I just think that I don't like my great uncle. I don't know if he even has testicles anymore. He's so old.
Me and never mind. I was gonna make an old man joke about balls hanging down to here, but it's whatever.
Dude, mine already hang down to there.
Mine already. Well, yeah, but they're also like up here. They just have so much mass.
Yeah, so much mass. Yeah. My testicles are like 2 giant gravitas fields. Gravitas. Anyway, sorry. Disturbing things.
I mean, that was definitely on brand. No, so this one takes place Christmas Eve, 97. I should have wrote like a title.
Christmas Eve, 97.
97.
27 years ago.
That was Bailey's first Christmas, right?
Today.
Christmas Eve, 97?
Yeah.
That would have been your first Christmas. Look at that.
Yeah, look at me.
So this the narrator comes from a Jewish family.
Oh, L'chaim.
L'chaim. Dad was a doctor, so he was on call at the hospital. You know, like I'm assuming if you're a Jewish person,
so the Jewish deity is delivering babies on
Christmas.
On Christmas.
Yeah. I'm assuming like that's how it would go. If you're Jewish and you don't celebrate Christmas, you're probably going to be at the hospital that night, right? Like you would think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm pretty sure I'm like 98% positive Hanukkah isn't even really like a big thing. Like they don't really like it's not like the best. That's kind of like because I'm not Jewish.
It's because it's right next to Christmas that everyone knows.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a part of the whole thing. So there's like, you know, they just kind of they're like
bar mitzvahs are bigger, right?
Yeah, like bat mitzvahs are more celebrated than Hanukkah. I do believe if any listeners put dubs in chat. Put dubs in chat.
Put dubs in chat.
Put dubs in chat.
So it continues by saying,
if you're Jewish.
We
love Jews.
Their mom was technically home this Christmas Eve, but was an alcoholic. He says when he was 7, he didn't really know what alcoholism was, but he knew that after...
Of course.
This is going somewhere in the story, okay? Hang on. So he didn't really know what alcoholism was, but he knew after dark his mom was nearly impossible to wake up. That was the importance of that in the story. So basically, him and his sister are
like notoriously like his mom is notoriously like so drunk that she's passed out all the time.
Right.
And his dad's gone. His dad's working. He's
at the
Jewish.
hospital.
It's not Hanukkah yet.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so fixated on that part. I don't know.
Yeah. So him and his sister are basically home alone.
Home Alone.
2? Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Because there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's like a real Christmas story.
That's like Donald Trump. I didn't like that one. That one left a bad taste in the mouth.
It's Christmas, and I hope you're all gay. I hope everyone's gay on Christmas.
I hope everyone has a gay Christmas.
Donnie T.
So
much testosterone. He's just
Donnie T. Him and his sister were downstairs when they heard a knock at the door. Ugh. Our narrator goes to check it out, and they have like a glass pane window. So he's able to make out the person that was there. It was a man dressed in a Santa suit, and he didn't open the door, and the man said, "Hey kid, it's me, Santa. Let me in. I have your presents." And our narrator point blank tells Santa, like, Santa isn't real, and he doesn't, even if he was, he wouldn't give presents to Jews. Like, I thought that was funny. And this, I have it written in here, it says, "This motherfucker says, of course I'm real. In past, I only gave presents to to Christian households. But lately, I felt bad for Jewish children never getting any presents. So this year, I changed the rules so that they could get presents too." I wrote it right here. I said, "Oh, brother, this guy stinks."
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Brother.
That's so funny. I forgot I wrote that in the notes. The narrator starts getting mad at the Santa and clapping back.
Clapping back.
Yeah,
like
he starts clapping
cheeks.
back at the Santa. And he tells the Santa... Wait, what? So he tells the Santa that Jews do get presents, they just get them on Hanukkah, not Christmas. So he's like clapping back at the Santa at this point, like, "No, you motherfucker!" Like,
It's just some weird ignorant white man.
yeah,
He's like, but it's okay because God said it's okay for you to be. That's why so just let me in, kid. I'm not trying to do nothing crazy to you.
The Santa smile drops at this point.
You can see a smile
through the glass pane, I guess. Like in the story, it said his smile dropped at this point, and he starts demanding that the kid open the door. He shouts to his sister to dial 911, and the Santa seemed to have run away after that. They called 911, and
they called 911. Damn, that was a weird cadence, bro. You just broke.
It was my throat. I had to clear my throat, and I couldn't get it out.
That's like when somebody is breaking in the Matrix.
Human.
I am human. Man. Like
So
when the NPC breaks.
They call 911, and the operator like doesn't understand. She thinks that the kids are like just excited about Santa coming. Like they're on it's like a 7 and a 4-year-old on the phone with the operator, and they're like they're so scared and just kind of like babbling about Santa. So the operator doesn't understand what's going on, and the operator basically told the kids, like, "This number is for emergencies only. You can't just call us because you saw Santa or whatever." And then like the operator lets them go. The kids didn't know what else to do at that point, and a few minutes go by, and Santa comes back, and he's like, "I know the police aren't coming, so let me in, or you kids will be in big trouble." And his sister starts crying and runs upstairs at this point, trying to wake their mom up. The narrator did the only thing he could think of, and he grabbed the menorah, and he used it. He lit the menorah and set it. Fuck, I'm fucking it up.
Set the house on fire?
No.
Damn,
No, the fire alarm. He set off the fire alarm. Okay. Jesus Christ.
I thought he was like, "I don't know what to do," and he lets the menorah, he goes, "Fucking take me home."
Take me home. Country road.
Country road, take me home. He's like, "What are you doing, kids? I'm just I just want to touch you. Don't burn down the house."
No, the fire department showed up a couple minutes later, though. Apparently, they like lived down the road or something, so it only took them a few minutes to get there.
Smart thinking on that kid's part.
This didn't make the Santa leave, though. That's the crazy part. Like, the Santa stuck around after the firefighters got there. He ran up to the firefighters and said he's glad they showed up, and claimed to be the kid's father. And said he dressed up as Santa to surprise them. And he explains to them that his suit doesn't have any pockets for the keys, so he had no way of opening the door to get his kids out of the fire. And the firemen believed him because, like, I guess that sounds believable.
Oh my God, he busted down the fucking door, letting the fucking guy...
So the firemen believed him.
But stressed me out.
But just before they could break down the fucking door, the children began crying and shouting. That's not their dad, and their dad is working at the hospital right now. Okay, so they explained that they have no idea who that man is, basically, and they don't even celebrate Christmas. And the man, like right before he breaks down the door, repeats back to them, "You don't celebrate Christmas? What?" And the narrator responds, "No, because we're Jewish." And
the firefighter goes, "Ew."
I wouldn't save you anyway. The firefighter's actually a
Well, it's
bigot.
obviously a hate crime. It's obviously a hate crime. Somebody tried to. Santa Claus, did you try to burn down these people's?
Then he shows his kippah and his menorah. Did I say that right? It doesn't matter. Anyway, he shows his.
I don't know how to say it. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, he shows his kippah and his menorah.
Sorry, I don't.
And the narrator begins breaking down into tears and explains that he set off the smoke alarm and begged them not to let the man in the house. I'm really fucking
Santa
stumbling.
Claus said he had a sack to show me, so I lit the menorah and let that motherfucker loose.
The firemen believed him and was like, why would Santa be showing up at a Jewish household? And the narrator couldn't remember the Santa's response, but whatever he said, like, the firefighters weren't convinced, and two of them basically wrestle him down to the ground at that point. The firefighters then called the police and asked the kids, like, what hospital does your dad work for? The police finally arrived and arrested the guy, and one of the cops stuck around until the dad arrived. The narrator ends the story by saying, "I think being Jewish saved me that Christmas. Because if we hadn't been, then we probably would have opened the door."
Yeah. If I thought Santa Claus was real,
that's the story of how being Jewish saved Christmas.
Yeah. And that's the story on how Judaism saved Christmas.
What do you think about that one? That one stressed you out a little bit?
It really did stress me out.
I'm sorry, I was stumbling over the words there for a second.
Because I'm like, oh my god, these firefighters just busted down the fucking door.
And then let the Santa in. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now I get to go touch the little drummer boy.
Doesn't even wait for the firefighters.
Just like taking like little steps.
I was listening to this and I was like, yo.
Scary.
I was listening to this and I was like, yo, if I'm the dad coming home from the hospital that night, immediate divorce.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
Beating my wife.
Beating my wife.
Like, this is, you know what? My dad told me I should have hit you a long time ago.
That's crazy.
I should have listened to the old man. Now he's dead and I can't tell him. I shouldn't have married a dumb whore like you.
Jesus.
Bow! Bow! We're just kidding. We don't condone domestic violence.
No, Bailey's not an alcoholic anymore.
We do not condone domestic violence on the Riff Ranch podcast. I would like to say that publicly. What I said was a joke, and it is comedy.
It is comedy.
Everything in this episode
is satirical. It's meant to be satirical.
Meant to be satirical. We're just being fun, making light of terrible situations. We hope that nobody got hurt in this process, and we're sorry that 6 million of other people got hurt too. We had no control over that.
6 million other people?
The Jews. We have no control over that.
No, being I didn't say anything anti-Semitic. Being Jewish saved Christmas, and that's a fact. I'm losing my voice a little bit. Dude, I'm gonna pass out. Being Jewish saved Christmas.
Dude, being Jewish saved Christmas. Remember that. I don't care what you fucking say.
Just remember that. Judaism can save your life.
Dude, I think that's like the hardest laugh. Yeah. That's really what this is.
That's really what this is. This is us trying to convince you.
Christmas is gay, dude. Just be Jewish.
Just be Jewish.
Be Jewish.
You get to celebrate 8 days.
Being Jewish is so much cooler.
You get to celebrate for 8 days. That is 8 days of happiness.
Or it could be 8 days of gefilte fish. I don't know. I wanted to go up to New York for Hanukkah, see my pops.
Oh yeah.
My father's Jewish.
What does he do? What does he do for
work? I don't really know.
No, for Hanukkah.
Oh, for Hanukkah? Yeah. I don't know. Just
does he do anything?
He lights a candle every day.
He doesn't like have a celebration or anything. He doesn't.
I don't believe he really gets together with people like that. My dad's kind of like
he's very reclusive.
I wouldn't say reclusive, but he just likes to do his own thing. He's just a big dick fish in a big old city.
He's a big dick fish in a big old city.
Yeah, dude, he's just fucking making it. He's just fucking.
A fish would die in New York City, Bailey.
A fish would die in New York City, but that motherfucker.
You can't be a big dick fish in New York City. He needs to be a big dick fish in a big pond. A big dick in New York City. I don't know. Your metaphor doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Either way. I would love to go up there because if my dad's like, I'm like, all right, Dad, let's do. I want to do a bunch of Jewish stuff for Hanukkah. He'd be like, bet.
He's like, bet. He pulls out a dreidel.
No, he has one. I'm pretty sure. He has all types of stuff. Dude. Like I'll
that.
pick up something. I'll pick up something in his apartment, and I'm like, hell yeah, what the fuck
No,
is
but
this?
how funny would that be if just in the moment you're like, all right, Dad, I want to do Jewish shit, and he just pulls out a dreidel
just,
out of his
back pocket.
Yeah, just fucking.
So just flipping it.
That would be so funny.
I picked up something, and it looked like a little lamp. Like a little like a genie lamp.
Oh,
so I pick it up and I start rubbing it, and I'm like, it's because it looks like a genie lamp, and he was like, I use that to pray with, and I'm like, oh, my bad, sir.
My bad. I didn't realize that was a religious thing.
My bad. I'm like, what is this? He goes,
I was just being a dickhead.
He's like, that's also. And I'm like, damn, is like everything here for? He was like, yeah.
That's my praying area.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
In the area.
Like, everything here is
Stop touching shit over
Stop
there.
touching it. Like, can't you find something to do? And I'm like, I don't. What the fuck? I want to do something.
I don't know what to do in a gay man's household.
I don't know what to do, man. I'm just putting my greasy paws all over everything, just like touching everything.
That's so funny.
And he's like, quit getting your fucking weird,
your weird
hippie
juice
hands.
everything.
You're getting hippie all over everything. Get out of my face.
You're getting greasy hippie everywhere. Okay?
Yeah.
That's so funny. All right, so I got another one here. This one took place December 2022. So kind of recent. It was around Christmas time. The narrator and his girlfriend are headed up to the mountains. I forget what mountains he says. Not important to the story. There was a snowstorm coming, so they stopped to get groceries because they were like expecting to basically be snowed in for the weekend or the week or whatever the fuck it was in the story. And the house is like deep in the woods in the mountains. The cabin was very like homey and welcoming, he said, and he kind of like goes around inspecting. It was like a 3-bedroom cabin. It was like super nice. They got it off of Airbnb. Not important.
Airbnb's not sketchy at all.
Not sketchy at all. We got a place off of Airbnb one time. It was very nice.
Yeah. Every B&B I've been to is actually not sketchy at all, but
it was a super nice house that we got it when we went to visit my grandma in Florida. It was a super nice house, and it was in the middle of the ghetto, and it was like so.
Wow.
Yeah, and like
you're just like, wow, this is a really nice house, and you're pop pop pop.
It's so funny you say that because we did hear gunshots that night. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, the first night.
I feel safer hearing gunshots in the ghetto than I do hearing a bunch of them in the country.
Yeah.
Because there's a disgruntled white man with a weapon.
A disgruntled white man with a weapon scares me more than.
Yeah, and if it's crime on the streets, I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. I'm on my side of the block. I don't know nothing about nothing.
But anyway, he inspected the cabin. Then there's a knock at the door while he's like inspecting the cabin, like just kind of he's going around looking at everything. And there's this guy at the door. He's got gray sweatpants on and like a yellowish brown torn up jacket. And the man asks, "How are you folks doing?" The narrator replied, "Good," and asked if he was the host of the Airbnb. And the man replies that he runs the place with his brother. His name is Bill. The guy that he's renting the Airbnb from is Mike.
So Mike is Bill's brother? Bill is Mike's brother?
Yeah, they're brothers. Bill is the one that's at the door. Mike is the one that they rented the Airbnb from. He asked the man's name and said, oh wait. Oh, I wrote fucking Bill here. We're just going to call him Bill for the rest of the story.
Oh yeah, we are.
But anyway, so he said it's Bill and he lives up the road. He's basically
His
next
name
door.
is Bill and he's from up the hill.
Yeah, he lives up the hill, up the road, whatever. But he's basically like right next door if him and his girlfriend need anything. After that interaction, the story starts talking, like they start making dinner and it starts snowing heavy. And the story starts telling about like irrelevant details, like what they were cooking and like whatever.
What were they cooking?
It was like chicken and broccoli, asparagus. Like it was just like random shit from the grocery store because it was just like what they had on hand basically.
Asparagus sounds so good.
Yeah, we had asparagus and steak the other night.
Asparagus. I like that.
I love me some nice asparagus. But anyway, it starts talking about irrelevant details. Jump ahead a little bit. And now they're on the balcony, him and his girlfriend, and they're getting in this hot tub and they're like fucking... they're not fucking.
They're not fucking. They're not fucking.
I was just saying fucking. After some time goes by, though, the hot tub cuts off, which is like a thing at a lot of Airbnbs. Like it's set to a timer. Like the hot tub will only run for so long or whatever.
Really?
I mean, that's a thing at some Airbnbs. But like he mentions in the story specifically that the the hot tub cut off, and I was listening to it, and I was like, that's not that weird of a thing. Like, that's something that, like, some Airbnbs would be able to do, is just, like, cut off the hot tub after it's been running for so long.
He said, like, a timer, it'll, like, only run for 12 hours or whatever.
Yeah, some shit like that. After some time goes by, when the hot tub is cut off, they begin hearing footsteps in the snow. Now that, like, the hot tub is cut off and, like, they can actually hear shit.
Oh my God.
And he asked if he should shout who's there, and his girlfriend said no. His girlfriend's, like, freaking the fuck out. She's like, no, don't fucking ask who's there. And the footsteps kind of get farther and farther away, and then they just can't hear them anymore. The narrator tries to convince his girlfriend that it was just like some deer or something in the woods, but he says, but I knew it wasn't. It was most likely a person. That's what he says in the story.
How do you know, though? I guess by the...
I feel like you'd be able to tell the difference between boots and hooves, you know? Like in the snow.
Maybe. I was thinking of like the stepwise, because if you like...
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, you would be hearing like multiple feet at once, but if it's a person, you would hear heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I don't know. Now we're just making weird noises.
Yeah, kind of. He went to take a shower before bed, and the hot water cut off, or like the heater cut off, or some shit. And he basically texted the Airbnb host about it. And the Airbnb host replied that night saying, I'll send a guy out to look at it tomorrow. And that night, in the middle of the night, they start hearing banging at the front door. There's like something fucking like going ham and just fucking banging at the front door. And he asked his girlfriend, should I go check it out? And she insists that that he stays there with her, and they just like don't do anything. And like, so something's like going ham, just fucking banging at the front door. And I don't have any more of this written, but I'm going to tell the story the best I can from memory. So they wake up the next morning, and, you know, the heater's still not working. They're not getting any hot water. Their pipes are probably fucking... It didn't say this in the story.
This shit was just banging all night, and they didn't care?
No, it stopped at some point, but, like, it was banging for a while, they had said. Like, it probably went on for, like, 10 minutes or some shit like that.
What the fuck?
But, and then, like, I think he says, like, it started banging harder at a certain point, and then it just kind of stopped abruptly. And then, so anyway, they wake up the next morning, and I'm thinking about it now, their pipes are probably frozen. They probably have no water now because their heater's been off all night.
True that. Well, first off, if you're an adult and it's freezing outside and you don't have your faucet pouring a little bit, you're crazy.
You're crazy. Maybe they did leave it dripping. I don't know.
Maybe they did leave it dripping. I don't know the schematics.
I don't know the schematics of this shit.
All I know is there's no Jew in this story to save the day.
Yeah, there's no Jew to save the day in this story is what I'm saying. So get yourself a Jew.
Get yourself a Jew. Be Jewish.
Be Jewish.
Be Jewish.
No, but he wakes up the next morning and he goes out to the car to get something, I believe, and sees footprints in the snow. Now, if you remember, it was snowing heavily the night before. There wouldn't be footprints left from the night before, which means those footprints are probably fresh. So he sees like these fresh footprints, and then he hears something coming around his car, and he goes to look, and it's fucking Bill, the fucking Airbnb's brother, and he's like, hey, I just found footprints over here, they probably shouldn't fucking be here, and he says something along the lines of like, oh yeah, there's fucking crazy people in the mountains, I wouldn't go fucking trying to talk to them, basically.
So you just knew that there was crazy people here, and you weren't gonna say nothing?
You didn't disclose that information, right? Like, anyway, so he's basically like, okay, cool, whatever, I won't go talking to nobody. And he's like, are you here to fucking fix the water heater? And like, I don't remember exactly how it goes, but they have some kind of back and forth, and Bill's basically like, yeah, I'll go look at your fucking water heater. So he goes down to the basement where the water heater's at, he's taking a look at it or whatever, and our narrator gets a text from Mike, the guy hosting the Airbnb, and he's like, hey, did someone stop by to look at the water heater? And he's like, yeah, Bill's looking at it right now. And the guy hosting the Airbnb texts back, and he's like, is Bill the name of the contractor? And he's like, Bill, your brother? And the Airbnb host says, I don't have a brother. That's what he texts back with. And so he tells his girlfriend what's going on. He goes upstairs and tells his girlfriend what's going on. And he's like, quietly pack all your shit, get it downstairs.
Fuck it, I'm not packing any of my shit.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, I would like
I'm dipping. I'm going to the police station. I'm like, yo, I need somebody to follow me to the fucking house.
Yeah.
And then I'm going there, and I'm like, all right, you go in first. I'm gonna be behind you with a big stick. Because I don't have a gun personally, but if I did have a gun, I'd be like, all right, copper, let's go. And he'll be like, sir, put your gun away. I'd be like, get in the house. Get in the house.
So he tells his girlfriend to quietly pack her shit, and we need to get the fuck out of here. And they left in a hurry. He was like, we probably left a charger or like some little bullshit. It doesn't fucking matter. We could replace it. Like, we just got our clothes and fucking dip, basically. And they throw all their shit in the car and quickly drive off. And in the rear view, they can see Bill chasing the fuck after them. And a little while, they go down the hill or down the mountain and go to the nearby like little town or whatever. And they get a call from the guy hosting the Airbnb, Mike, and like basically was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. He was like, so someone named Bill was there? What the fuck is going on with that? And they basically tell him the whole story, how like Bill showed up at the house, said he was Mike's brother. They heard footsteps when they were in the hot tub the night before. They heard banging at the door. Fucking weird shit was going on. He shows up the next day and came in the house, and the Airbnb guy is like, okay, I have to call the police, and just like immediately hangs up. And so like police got there. There was nobody there when they got there. The front door was just wide open, and the narrator didn't go back. He was like, yeah, I can't fucking.
Absolutely not.
He's like, I'm going home after that shit. That's fucking crazy. And yeah.
Hey, Mike, give me back my fucking money, dude.
Give me back my fucking money. I didn't stay the full 4 nights or whatever they.
I didn't stay the 4 nights. I almost got fucked. I almost got deliveranced.
I almost got deliverance. That's so funny.
Dude,
but yeah, that's basically.
The first one really stresses me out. The second one, honestly, I could see that happening.
Did you see that coming up? Did you see that was where it was going?
No.
Did you? No?
No.
I listened to that and was like, as soon as he was like, yeah, I'm Bill, I'm Mike's brother, I was like, that ain't Mike's brother. Like, when I was listening to this, I was like, that ain't fucking Mike's brother.
I bet Mike don't even have a brother,
I bet Mike,
motherfucker.
and I was right. He didn't have a fucking brother.
Dude, you know, a lot of these
The first one stressed me out and threw me off a little bit. That's not where I saw it going. But the second one, I saw that one coming.
And the second one, I can really see happening.
Yeah.
I can really see somebody in...
Both of these were true, by the way. Both of these stories were true.
I can see if, like, I don't know. I've just been in the woods and like heard weird shit. Like I've been in the woods and like you see like a little cabin in the woods and you're like, that don't look like it belongs here. And you like there was this one time we went camping in. I think I might have told this story on an way earlier episode, but like. We went camping. There was just this cabin in the middle of the woods, broken down. Like half of the floor was like rotted away.
Oh my god, that's a plot point in The Ritual. If you've ever seen that movie, that's a crazy fucking movie.
That is a crazy movie.
They go into the fucking cabin for some reason, and like bad things happen.
Bad things happen.
Yeah.
Bad things happen. I think we should do that. We should do that for an episode.
What?
We pick a movie like that.
Oh yeah, and just talk about it.
Because we do a lot of cosmic horror.
We can sit here and watch it and just sit here and like talk and bullshit while we're fucking.
Yeah, we can honestly. Yeah. Like you can do too. You can. Oh fuck! I don't know if we could. Oh well, when I get my own thing, you can record the TV and I can record this.
Yeah, that'd be super fun.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or we can have one of each. I don't know. Super cool. It's fun things to look forward to in the Riff Ranch podcast.
Check it out here soon.
Oh my goodness.
But what did you think about our little Christmas stories? What did you think?
Dude, honestly, the first one really stressed me out.
Yeah.
The second one is like okay.
The fact that he was like so adamant, like he couldn't just like the Santa couldn't just bite the bullet that he accidentally picked the wrong house. He picked a Jewish house.
Moral to the story is at the end of the day,
like the kids aren't gonna be able to fucking rat on you. They already tried calling the police. Why don't you just fucking let it go and go pick a different fucking house to try and kidnap the kids?
No, I gotta try to eat something.
He's like, no, I need the Jewish kids. I can't get in trouble for this.
I gotta figure out how they control the weather. Just some like weird fucking conspiracy theorist old man. He's wearing a Donald Trump Santa costume. He's like, I gotta figure out how you control the weather, brother.
He's like, we don't even we don't even celebrate Christmas. We're Jewish.
We don't even celebrate Christmas. What do I know about the weather?
He's like, I really just want to give you presents. We already get presents, fat ass.
yeah. It's like no, I need to give you, and it's like the SNL skit, like my dick in a box.
I was just trying to give you a present. That's fucking crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah.
The second one.
The story is Jews save the day.
The second one really scared me because I was like, damn, what would I do in that? I was like, I think you're right. I don't think that I would necessarily pack. I I mean, usually I try to keep a lot of my shit, when I go traveling, I usually try to keep a lot of my shit together in a bag anyway. And I guess whatever's not in my bag immediately, I would probably just fucking leave behind, honestly. Like, I lose a t-shirt and some shorts and a charger. Who gives a fuck? Like, I'm not fucking losing my life today. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I think the fact that, like, whatever little packing they did, the fact that they packed it all is crazy to me.
I think that night with the crazy banging on the doors and the walls,
I probably would have left after that night.
Yeah, I would have been like...
I probably wouldn't even have waited for, to get the water heater fixed. I would have been leaving.
I would have been like, bet. So I'm going to... And this is like my philosophy. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not like condoning.
Would you have believed... So I thought about this. Would you have believed that Bill was the brother of Mike in this? I mean, I guess you would have because you said...
Yeah, if he was already there. If I get there and he's there...
No, he came knocking, like, they got to the cabin, and the main character, you in this situation, I guess, he was just inspecting the cabin, kind of looking around, like,
I'd be like, Airbnb, we're not supposed to have any fucking contact. You gave me the information on the app, I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Is that a thing? You're not supposed to have contact?
Yeah, like, you're really not supposed to talk to each other. Like, I've never been to an Airbnb where I've talked... I've been to an Airbnb where the people are literally sleeping above us.
Oh, really?
And they're like, no contact until the next day, and it's like... like it's like a thing, like give you your total privacy to.
When we went to the Airbnb in Florida, it was really weird because Andrew had gotten out of the shower, and Mom immediately got an email after Andrew got out of the shower, and it said, "Please make sure there's no water on the floor." Like in the bathroom. Yeah, it was really fucking weird, and Mom was like, "Are there fucking cameras in the bathroom?" Like, or something. I don't know. It was fucking weird. Like. Definitely weird vibes from that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I went to a cabin where I felt like I was like, there's something weird going on in here.
I was like sitting there thinking, I was like, could they possibly have like sensors that tell when someone gets out of the shower or something? Or like, I guess it's possible they could have sensors that show them when the water's being used, maybe. Like, but still, that's fucking weird.
Possibly.
That's definitely weird. Fucking that you emailed me. Make sure there's no water on the floor of the bathroom right after my son gets out of the fucking shower.
Ooh, it was like right after he got out. Ooh.
Yeah, like I don't even think Andrew got out of the bathroom yet. Like he had just got out of the shower and was drying off.
Make sure that. And
it was like my mom was right next to me, and she's like, I just got an email say like Andrew's still in the bathroom drying off, and Mom's sitting here talking about she just got an email saying make sure there's no water on the floor in the bathroom. Like it was like that quick.
There probably was something in the living room, maybe. Like a camera in the living room.
Maybe they had like a. We weren't supposed to smoke at all, and Sydney was trying to figure out how she could fucking smoke some ganja, and
smoke some semi.
Mom was so paranoid. She was like, "No, I won't even do it." Like Mom would not do it. It was like just Sydney and Jay smoking that whole vacation, basically, and like they went.
Yeah, we fucked up.
They basically smoked in the backyard, like off to the side of the house, where like they didn't think there would be any cameras.
I'm smoking in the house.
I'm smoking in the house.
Hey, hell yeah, we did.
And it was talking about like, I don't know, it was so fucking weird to me. It's weird like to go on vacation to me, and like they had a binder full of rules for the house, and one of them was like to clean up after yourself and do this and that. And I was like, I'm gonna get charged extra if I don't make my bed and clean all the dishes. I'm on vacation, dude. That's the whole reason I paid to fucking stay here. Like that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, but you're supposed to clean as you go, and there's some that'll be like just put all the dirty sheets and shit like that in the washing machine and they'll wash them.
I don't feel that way. I feel like I paid to be on vacation. I'm not worrying about cleaning up. That's how I feel about it.
True that. I try to tidy up as I go anyway.
I mean, like, I'll tidy up, but I'm not fucking cleaning and, like, making sure all your towels get in the hamper, and I'm making the bed and making sure all the dishes are done.
I'm not going to make the bed.
Like, no, that was one of the things it said was, like, don't leave any dirty dishes. It was, like, they wanted you to clean everything that, like, was going on in the fucking house, and they wanted you to make the bed after you slept in it, and, like, all that shit. And that's fucking crazy to me. You're asking for too much.
Yeah. I haven't been in an Airbnb in a while.
That's the only Airbnb experience I've ever had. And like that whole thing with them talking about make sure there's no water on the floor. That makes me not want to use another Airbnb.
Dude, I've told many stories on this podcast about me going to that cabin in Blue Ridge and just having a fear and loathing in Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Yeah.
Just fucking like I'm laying on the backyard. That's basically like a hill, a whole incline, and I'm wrapped up in these people's blanket, sitting on the dirty grass, tripping balls. Watching the clouds and the moon, and I'm sitting there like rolling around, like just just fucked up. And then the next night I busted my lip open, blood everywhere.
You ever
horrible? I used to be a bad person.
You ever seen that movie 13 Cameras?
No, I've seen 13 Ghosts though.
Oh, that's also a very good movie. 13 Cameras is about like this gross, disgusting old man. Like he doesn't shower, doesn't brush his teeth. Like he's just fucking like a very unkept person. And he's like a gross, disgusting old man. And he's like not real estate, but like he owns some houses. Yeah. And he rents them out to people. And he puts cameras in them. And it's about how he has 13 cameras inside of this one specific house. And the people renting it out, they're not allowed to go in the basement. The basement is always locked. So like they're renting the house, but they're not allowed to use the basement. And basically the whole movie is about him watching them. Very sad. Like I was thinking about 13 Cameras after we got that email about like make sure there's no water on the floor. I was thinking about the 13 Cameras movie the whole time. What's up, pimpin'? Hey. Merry Christmas. Oh.
Hold on.
Merry Christmas from the Riff Ranch.
From the Riff Ranch podcast.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler. Anyway, sorry. Hey, that was a plug and a plug.
That was a plug inside of a plug.
No, I wanted to look up that shit.
So 13 Cameras. The first movie's okay. It's about a couple renting out the fucking unit or whatever. He starts cheating on his wife, and like this guy sees it happening and goes. Yeah, that's the unkept man.
Ooh, so I'm gonna watch this tonight.
It's on Netflix. So he's like watching the whole affair go down. Like this guy's watching them on the cameras and everything. And he's fucking jerking off to them and shit. It's fucking weird. And she starts, I believe the way it goes is like the wife starts getting suspicious that her husband's cheating on her. And she's like wondering why the fuck we can't go in the basement. And the woman, like the main guy in the the husband in the house, the woman that he's having an affair with, it's like his assistant or something. And the old bastard that has the camera, he steals the assistant. Like he kidnaps her and has her in the basement. The basement's soundproof. And so the main chick, the movie's mostly about the wife. The wife is like is starting to think that her husband's cheating on her, that he's having an affair or something. And she starts like wondering why the fuck they can't go in the basement. And she ends up like getting it open or something and finds his fucking assistant down there.
Oh my God.
Like,
so she's like, bro, you're fucking...
It's like, I don't know, it's a crazy fucking movie. And the second one is even fucking better because it's a different home that he owns. It's like this huge fucking like Hollywood Hills type fucking house. And he like Airbnbs this one out. And he doesn't even like, so in the first movie, he meets the people that he's like renting it out to or whatever. In this one, for the Airbnb, he doesn't even like fucking go and meet them. He pretends he's like some woman online and he only like talks to them through like messaging and shit. But like he pretends he's some woman so people will actually want to rent from him because he's this gross, unkept man. And the second movie is called 14 Cameras, and he has 14 cameras inside of the Airbnb.
Whoa, shit.
Whoa, didn't see that one coming. And they're all like hidden cameras and shit. And so this family like fucking rents the fucking Airbnb. It's like a teenage girl, her friend, her brother. The brother's trying to fuck the friend. It's a whole fucking thing. And basically, this motherfucker that owns the Airbnb starts live streaming the footage on the dark web, like, and starts like fucking showing it to people. And he's just like,
both of these on Netflix?
Huh? Both of these, yeah.
Oh my God, maybe we should do a video on this.
Yeah, no, these are some actually pretty wild movies. But no, he starts like showing it on the dark web, and like he's just trying to be a creep. Like he's just trying to fucking jack off to these fucking teenage girls and shit while he's like watching this shit. And people on the dark web are like, how much for the 16-year-old or whoever the fuck? And he's like, no, not for sale, not for sale. And like the people on the dark web are like, don't worry, I got it, and like fucking post the address of like they figured out where the fuck they are, because like all of these motherfuckers on the dark web are like hackers and like figuring out how to like.
Oh my
search.
god, that's
and, like,
fucking terrifying.
And like 3 dudes show it. Like the family knows none of this. They have no idea that the cameras are here or anything.
They think they're renting from a nice lady.
Yeah. And
fuck.
And like I believe the way it goes down, like 3 guys end up going to the house that night, and they're trying to fucking kidnap these girls, and the old man's like, no, I fucked up. And he's like trying to get to the house before them, and he beats them there, and he's like hiding in the room, like he's hiding behind the door of the room that the teenagers are staying in, and one of the girls walks in and he's like, ah, and he like fucking grabs her and he's like holding her like this, and he goes back behind the door, and one of the guys from the dark web that's like there to kidnap the girls, he like walks in the room, and all of a sudden the old man, like the old unkept man, jumps out from behind the door and fucking tases his ass, and it's like,
oh my god,
it's like a whole badass like action.
That sounds like
fucking,
a great movie, honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was wearing this fucking this hat crazy. I can't see myself on the camera, honestly.
Oh my god, and I believe like the woman from the first movie, like the main character that's like her husband's cheating on her or whatever, like she's in the second movie, and he's keeping her in like a fucking what are those called? Like a fucking like bomb cellar, like
a storm shelter?
No, not like what you would hide in for a nuclear explosion. What are those called?
A missile silo?
But yeah, like a missile silo type shit. He's like holding her hostage in the 14 cameras movie, and like she's like one of the
like a bunker.
A bunker, yeah, that's it. There we go.
I was trying to think too. I was like, what the fuck?
He's keeping her in a bunker in the second movie, and it's like, I don't know. Those movies are fucking crazy. Go check out 13 cameras, and go check out 14 cameras.
Are they both on Netflix?
Yeah, I think they're still on Netflix. I watched them on Netflix years ago. I don't know if they're still on there.
You know, back in the day, Netflix really did have some bangers, didn't it?
Like, didn't it?
It had stuff like that. Like, it had all the human centipedes.
It had, like, some very obscure horror movies. Now you gotta get, like, fucking Shudder to find, like, good obscure horror movies.
Even then, it's just kind of like, for fucking... It's like...
Oh, damn, it's not... Oh, it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon for free. I have Amazon.
Me too.
Oh, look at that. We can still watch it then. It's not... It doesn't say it's on Netflix anymore. I guess Netflix took it off because they're gay.
Yeah, they are.
They're pretty short movies too. They're only about an hour and a half long, so go check them out.
Well, I say what I've gained
we'll have to do a watch along on those soon.
Even on such a holly jolly day, a holly jolly merry time of the year, there's still fucked up people in this world who like to do fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And when in doubt, the Jews know the way.
When in doubt, rub one out.
Yeah, when in doubt, rub one out. For sure.
Thank you guys. This has been the Riff Podcast. We hope you have a happy holiday
and happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah.
We don't need to say New Year. We're going to do a New Year special next week. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, you know us.
We're actually going to shoot it tomorrow.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
That's so exciting.
All right. Thank you so much. We love you.
Bye, Mom. We love you. We need you.
Merry Hanukkah, Ranchoros.
Hey, Bailey. Hey, Kyle. It's me, Tank Dempsey in Steve Bloom cosplay. What's up, you beautiful bastards? Hoorah.